American Sniper is a 2014 American biographical war drama film directed and co-produced by Clint Eastwood and written and executive produced by Jason Hall, based on the memoir of the same name by Chris Kyle with Scott McEwen and Jim DeFelice. The film follows the life of Kyle, who became the deadliest marksman in U.S. military history with 255 kills from 4 tours in the Iraq War, 160 of which were officially confirmed by the Department of Defense. While Kyle was celebrated for his military successes, his tours of duty took a heavy toll on his personal and family life. It stars Bradley Cooper as Kyle and Sienna Miller as his wife Taya, with Luke Grimes, Jake McDorman, Corey Hardrict, Kevin Lax, Naveed Negabon, and Keir O'Donnell in supporting roles. American Sniper premiered at the American Film Institute Festival on November 11, 2014, and had a limited theatrical release in the United States on December 25, 2014 by Warner Bros. Pictures, followed by a wide release on January 16, 2015. It received generally positive reviews, with praise for Cooper's lead performance and Eastwood's direction, although it also attracted some controversy over its portrayal of both the Iraq War and Kyle himself. The film grossed over $547 million worldwide, making it the 13th highest grossing film of 2014, and Eastwood's highest grossing film. 7/8. At the 87th Academy Awards, American Sniper received 6 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actor for Cooper, ultimately winning 1 for Best Sound Editing. 9. Plot. Growing up in Texas, Chris Kyle is taught by his father how to shoot a rifle and hunt deer. Years later, Chris has become a ranch hand and rodeo cowboy, and returns home early to find his girlfriend in bed with another man. After telling her to leave, he sees news coverage of the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings and decides to enlist in the Navy. He qualifies for special training and becomes a sniper with the U.S. Navy SEALs. Chris meets Taya Studebaker at an Irish pub in San Diego, and the two soon marry. He is sent to the Iraq War after the September 11th attacks. His first kills are a woman and a boy who attacked U.S. Marines on patrol with the Russian-made RKG-3 anti-tank grenade. Chris is visibly upset by the experience, but later earns the nickname Legend for his many kills. Assigned to hunt for the Al-Qaeda leader, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, Chris interrogates a family whose father offers to lead the SEALs to the Butcher, al-Zarqawi's second in command. The plan goes awry when the Butcher captures the father and his son, killing them while a sniper pins down Chris. This sniper goes by the name Mustafa and is an Olympic Games medalist from Syria. Meanwhile, the insurgents issue a bounty on Chris. Chris returns home to his wife and the birth of his son. He is distracted by memories of his war experiences and by Taya's concern for them as a couple. She wishes he would focus on his home and family. Chris leaves for a second tour and is promoted to Chief Petty Officer. Involved in a shootout with the Butcher, he helps kill him. Chris becomes increasingly distant from his family when he returns home to a newborn daughter. On Chris's third tour, Mustafa seriously injures a unit member, Ryan Biggles' job, and the unit is evacuated back to base. When they decide to return to the field and continue the mission, another SEAL, Mark Lee, is killed by gunfire. Guilt compels Chris to undertake a fourth tour, and Taya tells him she may not be there when he returns. Back in Iraq, Chris is shocked to learn Biggles died in surgery to repair the wounds he sustained. Assigned to kill Mustafa, who has been sniping U.S. Army combat engineers building a barricade, Chris's sniper team is placed on a rooftop inside enemy territory. Chris spots Mustafa and takes him out with a risky long-distance shot at 2,100 yards, 1,920 m, but this exposes his team's position to numerous armed insurgents. Amid the gunfight and low on ammunition, Chris tearfully calls Taya and tells her he is ready to come home. A sandstorm provides concealment for a chaotic escape in which he is injured and almost left behind. After Chris gets back stateside, on edge and unable to adjust fully to civilian life, a Veterans Affairs psychiatrist asks if he is haunted by all the things he did in war. When he replies that all the guys he couldn't save haunt him, the psychiatrist encourages him to help severely wounded veterans in the VA hospital. After that, Chris gradually begins to adjust to home life. Years later, on February 2, 2013, Chris says goodbye to his wife and family as he leaves in good spirits to spend time with Eddie Ray Routh, a veteran suffering from PTSD, at a shooting range. An on-screen subtitle reveals that Chris was killed that day by Routh, followed by archive footage of crowds standing along the highway for his funeral procession. More are shown attending his memorial service. Cast: Bradley Cooper as Chris Kyle, Sienna Miller as Tayak, Luke Grimes as Mark Lee, Jake McDorman as Ryan Job, Corey Hardrict as D/Dandridge, Kevin Lax as himself, Naveed Negaban as Sheikh Al-Abadi, Keir O'Donnell as Jeff Kyle, Eric Close as Dia Agent Sneed, Fahim Fajli as Messianic Tribal Leader. In addition, Sami Sheikh appears as Mustafa, a character partially based on Iraqi sniper Juba 10, while Mito Hamada portrays the Butcher, a character possibly based on Abu Dirat. 11 Clint Eastwood himself had an uncredited cameo as the man walking into the church at the beginning of the film. Production. Development. Chris Kyle in 2012. On May 24, 2012, it was announced that Warner Brothers had acquired the rights to the book, with Bradley Cooper set to produce and star in the screen adaptation. 12 Cooper had thought of Chris Pratt to play Chris Kyle, but Warner Brothers agreed to buy it only if Cooper would star. 13 In September 2012, David O. Russell said he was interested in directing the film. 14 On February 2, 2013, Chris Kyle was murdered. On May 2, 2013, it was announced that Steven Spielberg would direct. 15 Spielberg had read Kyle's book, though he desired to have a more psychological conflict present in the screenplay so an enemy sniper character could serve as the insurgent sharpshooter who was trying to track down and kill Kyle. Spielberg's ideas contributed to the development of a lengthy screenplay approaching 160 pages. Due to Warner Brothers' budget constraints, Spielberg felt he could not bring his vision of the story to the screen. 16 On August 5, 2013, Spielberg dropped out of directing. 17 On August 21, 2013, it was reported that Clint Eastwood would instead direct the film. 18. Casting. On March 14, 2014, Sienna Miller joined the cast. 19 On March 16, 2014, Kyle Gallner was cast. 20 As was Corey Hardrict on March 18, 2014. 21 On March 20, 2014, Naveed Negaban, Eric Close, Eric Ladine, Ray Gallegos, and Jake McDorman also joined the cast. 22-23 As did Luke Grimes and Sam Yeager on March 25, 2014. 24-25 Kevin Lax, a former Navy SEAL, was also cast and served as a technical advisor. 26 Another former Navy SEAL, Joel Lambert, also joined the film, portraying a Delta sniper. 27 On June 3, Max Charles was added to the cast to portray Kyle's son, Colton Kyle. 28. Filming. Principal photography began on March 31, 2014, in Los Angeles. 29 With additional filming in Morocco. 30 On April 23, the Los Angeles Times reported that 10 days of filming set in an Afghan village was set to begin at the Blue Cloud Movie Ranch in the Santa Clarita area. 31 On May 7, shooting of the film was spotted around El Centro. A milk factory was used as the abandoned date factory which insurgents close in on from all directions at the climax of the film. 32-33 The pier and bar scenes were filmed in Seal Beach, California. 34. Cinematographer Tom Stern shot the film with Arri Alexa XT digital cameras and Panavision C-E and G series anamorphic lenses. 35 The film is Eastwood's second to be shot digitally, after Jersey Boys. 36. Music. There is no music by credit on this film. Clint Eastwood, who has composed the scores for most of his films since Mystic River, 2003, is credited as the composer of Taya's theme. Joseph Estabisi is credited as composer of additional music and as music editor. 37-38. The film also features the song Someone Like You by Van Morrison, which plays during the wedding scene, and The Funeral by Ennio Morricone. 39. Reception. Box office. American Sniper grossed $350.2 million in North America and $197.5 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $547.7 million, against a budget of around $59 million. 5. Calculating in all expenses and revenues, Deadline Hollywood estimated that the film made a profit of $243 million, making it the second most profitable film of 2014, only behind Paramount's Transformers: Age of Extinction. 40. Worldwide, it is the highest-grossing war film of all time, breaking Saving Private Ryan's record, 41, and Eastwood's highest-grossing film to date. It is the seventh R-rated film to gross over $500 million. 42. North America. In North America, it was the highest-grossing film of 2014. 43. The highest-grossing war film unadjusted for inflation, and, on an adjusted basis, second to Saving Private Ryan with $379 million, 44. The fourth highest-grossing R-rated film of all time, behind The Passion of the Christ, Deadpool and Wolverine, 45. Warner Brothers' fourth highest-grossing film, behind The Dark Knight Rises and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2, 46. And the eighth highest grossing Best Picture nominee film, behind Avatar, Titanic, Star Wars, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Toy Story 3, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King and The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. 47. It became the seventh Warner Brothers film to earn over $300 million in the US and Canada and the 50th film to reach the mark. 48. It earned as much as the combined earnings of all of the other 2014 Best Picture nominees. 49. On March 8, 2015, it surpassed The Hunger Games: Mockingjay, Part 1 to become the highest-grossing film of 2014. 47. Making it the first R-rated film since Saving Private Ryan, 1998, and the first non-franchise film since Avatar, 2009, to top the year-end rankings. 47. American Sniper premiered at the AFI Fest on November 11, 2014, just after a screening of Selma at Grauman's Egyptian Theater in Los Angeles. 50. In North America, the film opened to a limited release on December 25, 2014, playing at 4 theaters, 2 in New York, 1 in Los Angeles, and 1 in Dallas, and earned $610,000 in its opening weekend, $850,000 including Christmas Day, at an average of $152,500 per venue, debuting at number 22. 51-52. The following week the film earned $676,909 playing at the same number of locations at an average of $169,277 per theater, which is the second biggest weekend average ever for a live-action movie, previously held by 2001's Moulin Rouge. 53. American Sniper holds the record for the most entries in the top 20 top weekend theater averages with 3 entries, at number 12, number 14, and number 17. It earned a total of $3.4 million from limited release in 3 weekends. 54. The film began its wide debut across North American theaters on January 16, 2015. Thursday night showings began at 7 p.m. 55. It set an all-time highest Thursday night opening record for an R-rated drama with $5.3 million, previously held by Lone Survivor. 56. 57. 58. The film topped the box office on its opening day, grossing $30.5 million, including Thursday previews, from 3,555 theaters, setting January records for both biggest debut opening, previously held by Cloverfield, and single-day gross, previously held by Avatar. 59/60/61 in its traditional three-day opening, the film earned $89.2 million, which was double than expected and broke the record for the largest January opening, previously held by Ride Along, 62, and the largest winter opening, 63, which is also Eastwood's top opening as a director, breaking Gran Torino's opening. 64. The three-day opening is also the biggest opening weekend for a drama film, previously held by The Passion of the Christ, 65, the second biggest debut for a Best Picture Oscar nominee, behind Toy Story 3, 66, the second biggest debut for an R-rated film, behind The Matrix Reloaded, and the third biggest for a non-comic book, non-fantasy/sci-fi film, behind Furious 7 and Fast and Furious 6. 66/67 It also set an IMAX January opening and single weekend record with $10.6 million, previously held by Avatar in its fourth weekend, and an R-rated IMAX debut record, previously held by Prometheus. 68 It earned $107.2 million during its four-day Martin Luther King weekend, setting a record for the biggest R-rated four-day gross. 69 In its second weekend, the film expanded to 3,705 theaters, making it the second widest launch for an R-rated movie, behind the film itself. 70/71 It grossed an estimated $64.6 million in its second weekend, declining only by 28%, and set the record for the second best hold ever for a movie opening to more than $85 million, and also set the record for the eighth largest second weekend gross. 72/73 In just 10 days of release, the film surpassed Pearl Harbor, $198.5 million, to become the second highest grossing war film in North America. 74 By its second weekend, Box Office Mojo had already reported that the film was on poise to become the highest grossing film of 2014 in North America, a record that was, at the time, held by The Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Part 1, $334 million, judging from its gradual decline and strong holdovers. 75 It became the highest grossing IMAX film of January, grossing $18.8 million from 333 IMAX theaters. 76 On Thursday, January 29, 2015, to 35 days after its initial release, the film surpassed Saving Private Ryan, $216.5 million, to become the highest grossing war film in North America, unadjusted for inflation. 77 By its third weekend of wide release, the film expanded to 3,885 theaters, 180 additional theaters added, breaking its own record of being the widest R-rated film ever released. 78/79 The film topped the box office through its third weekend, earning $30.66 million, which is the second highest Super Bowl weekend gross, behind Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus' Best of Both Worlds concert. 80 After topping the box office for 3 consecutive weekends, the film was overtaken by the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, in its fourth weekend. 49 Outside North America, the film had the biggest debut weekend for a Clint Eastwood film, and went on to become the director's top-grossing film of all time in each of the countries in which it was released. 81 In Italy, the film opened at number 2 with $7.1 million, Eastwood's best opening of all time, and Warner Brothers' second biggest opening for a non-franchise U.S. film there. 82 It went on to top the box office the following weekend as well. 83 Its other largest openings occurred in France, $6.3 million, 84 where it topped the box office for 4 consecutive weekends. 85 Australia, $4.3 million, $4.6 million including previews, 86 the UK, Ireland, and Malta, $3.8 million, 87 Spain, $3.2 million, Japan, $2.8 million, Mexico, $2.6 million, Brazil, $1.8 million, and South Korea, $1.2 million. 84 in total earnings, its largest market outside of the US are Italy, $23 million, and France, $22.8 million. 88. Critical response. On Rotten Tomatoes, American Sniper holds an approval rating of 72%, based on 299 reviews, with an average rating of 6.90/10. The website's critical consensus states, powered by Clint Eastwood's sure-handed direction and a gripping central performance from Bradley Cooper, American Sniper delivers a tense, vivid tribute to its real-life subject. 89. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 73 out of 100, based on 48 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. 90 in CinemaScore polls conducted during the opening weekend, audiences gave American Sniper a rare grade of A+ on an A+ to F scale. 91. Todd McCarthy of The Hollywood Reporter called the film a taut, vivid, and sad account of the brief life of the most accomplished marksman in American military annals. 92. Justin Chang of Variety gave the film a positive review, saying, "An excellent performance from a bulked-up Bradley Cooper. This harrowing and intimate character study offers fairly blunt insights into the physical and psychological toll exacted on the front lines." 93. David Denby of The New Yorker gave the film a positive review, saying both a devastating war movie and a devastating anti-war movie, a subdued celebration of a warrior's skill and a sorrowful lament over his alienation and misery. 94. Keith Phipps of The Dissolve wrote that the film, while well made, missed a chance to explore the toll that such service exacts on soldiers. 95. Chris Nashawati of Entertainment Weekly gave the film a C+, saying the film's just a repetition of context-free combat missions and one-dimensional targets. 96. Elizabeth Weitzman of New York Daily News gave the film 4 out of 5 stars, saying the best movies are ever shifting, intelligent, and open-hearted enough to expand alongside an audience. American Sniper is built on this foundation of uncommon compassion. 97. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying Bradley Cooper, as Navy SEAL Chris Kyle, and director Eastwood salute Kyle's patriotism best by not denying its toll. Their targets are clearly in sight, and their aim is true. 98. Ignatiy Vishnevetsky of the AV Club gave the film a B, saying American Sniper is imperfect and at times a little corny, but also ambivalent and complicated in ways that are uniquely Eastwoodian. 99. James Berardinelli of Real Views gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying American Sniper lifts director Clint Eastwood out of the doldrums that have plagued his last few films. 100. Rafer Guzman of Newsday gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying Cooper nails the role of an American killing machine in Clint Eastwood's clear-eyed look at the Iraq War. 101. Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times gave the film a positive review, saying Eastwood's impeccably crafted action sequences so catch us up in the chaos of combat we are almost not aware that we're watching a film at all. 102. Claudia Pook of USA Today gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying it's clearly Cooper's show. Substantially bulked up and affecting a believable Texas drawl, Cooper embodies Kyle's confidence, intensity, and vulnerability. 103. Joshua Rothkopf of Time Out New York gave the film 4 out of 5 stars, saying only Clint Eastwood could make a movie about an Iraq War veteran and infuse it with doubts, mission anxiety, and ruination. 104. Dina Baitala praised the film, saying his focus was not on whom we were fighting, but the unbearably high price Americans pay for waging war regardless of its target. The film is a cautionary tale for Americans about why we must avoid war. It is not a celebration of waging it. 105. The film drew some negative reviews. Matt Taibbi, in Rolling Stone, wrote that the movie turned the complicated moral questions and mass bloodshed of the Iraq War into a black and white fairy tale, without presenting the historical context. 106 Alex von Tunzelmann of The Guardian argued that the film presented a simplified black and white portrayal of the Iraq War, and that it features the distortion of facts into unreliable myths based upon previous legends. 107 David Massiatra of Salon criticized the movie's focus on physical rather than moral courage as the ultimate manly virtue. 108 Cavalry Scout Sniper Garrett Reppenhagen stated that he did not view Iraqi civilians as savages, but as part of a friendly culture for which the movie has furthered ignorance, fear, and bigotry. 109 Ng Kukong of The Wrap gave the film a negative review, saying director Clint Eastwood's focus on Kyle is so tight that no other character, including wife Tayat, Sienna Miller, comes through as a person, and the scope so narrow that the film engages only superficially with the many moral issues surrounding the Iraq War. 110. Several other articles have also been critical of the movie. 111, 112, 113, 114. Responding to critics, Eastwood said that American Sniper shows what war does to the people left behind, 115, and that presenting the fact of what war does to the family and the people who have to go back into civilian life like Chris Kyle did is the biggest anti-war statement any film can make. 116 He stated, "One of my favorite war movies that I've been involved with is Letters from Iwo Jima, and that was about family, about being taken away from life, being sent someplace. In World War II, everybody just sort of went home and got over it. Now there is some effort to help people through it." 116. He also said, "I was a child growing up during World War II. That was supposed to be the one to end all wars. And 4 years later, I was standing at the draft board being drafted during the Korean conflict, and then after that there was Vietnam, and it goes on and on forever. I just wonder, does this ever stop? And no, it doesn't. So each time we get in these conflicts, it deserves a lot of thought before we go wading in or wading out. Going in or coming out. It needs a better thought process, I think." 117. Bradley Cooper stated that much of the criticism ignores that the film was about widespread neglect of returning veterans, and that people who take issue with Kyle should redirect their attention to the leaders who put the troops there in the first place. He said, "We looked at hopefully igniting attention about the lack of care that goes to vets. Any discussion that has nothing to do with vets, or what we did or did not do for them, every conversation in those terms is moving farther and farther from what our soldiers go through, and the fact that 22 veterans commit suicide each day." Cooper said that an increasing number of soldiers are returning from conflict psychologically damaged, only to be more or less discarded. 118. Former First Lady Michelle Obama and former Republican Party Vice Presidential nominee Sarah Palin also spoke out in support of the movie. 119, 120, 121. Historical accuracy. Several major news sources commented on the accuracy of the film and how it differs from Chris Kyle's written accounts. The enemy sniper Mustafa is a major character in the film but receives only a small mention in the memoir. Kyle noted, "I never saw him, but other snipers later killed an Iraqi sniper we think was him." 122, 123. According to the memoir, Kyle's 2,100-yard shot was taken against an insurgent holding a rocket launcher, not Mustafa. 123, 124. Time notes that according to screenwriter Jason Hall, Kyle said of Mustafa, "He shot my friend. I'm not going to put his name in my book." 125. The first combat scene in the film has Kyle killing a boy and mother who try to attack US troops with a grenade. The boy was added for the film. 122, 123, 125. The film's narrative has Navy SEAL Ryan Biggles' job dying from surgical complications from an operation on his face relatively soon after being shot in Iraq, but in reality it was several years later. 123, 124. The character the Butcher was created for the film. 122, 125. Although this character may have been based on the real-life Abu Dirat or Ahmed Hashim Abd al-Isawi. 122 The visual blog Information is Beautiful stated that, while taking creative license into account, the film was 56.9% accurate when compared to real-life events, summarizing, a lot of the events in the movie did happen, although Kyle's involvement in them was repeatedly exaggerated. 126. In the film, Kyle decides to join the Navy after watching the 1998 United States Embassy bombings on TV. In reality, this did not contribute to his decision. 127. Prop baby. One aspect of the film that received negative comment was its use of a fake baby doll in one scene, which was said to look obviously artificial and distracting to critics and audiences. 128 In at least one media screening of the film, the audience laughed out loud at how artificial the doll appeared. 129 When discussing the film's prospects for winning an Academy Award, Fandango critic Dave Karger said, "The reason why American Sniper is not going to win is because of the plastic baby." 130. In The Telegraph, journalist Mark Harris said, that plastic baby is going to be rationalized by Eastwood auteur cultists until the end of days. 131. In response, screenwriter Jason Hall replied, "Hate to ruin the fun but Real Baby number 1 showed up with a fever. Real Baby number 2 was no show." Clint voice Gimme the Doll, Kid. Bradley Charles Cooper, born January 5, 1975, is an American actor and filmmaker. He is the recipient of various accolades, including a British Academy Film Award and 3 Grammy Awards. In addition, he has been nominated for 12 Academy Awards, 6 Golden Globe Awards, and a Tony Award. Cooper appeared on the Forbes Celebrity 100 list 3 times and on Time's list of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2015. His films have grossed $13 billion worldwide, and he has been placed in annual rankings of the world's highest paid actors 4 times. Cooper began his television and film career in 1999 with a guest role in the television series Sex and the City. In 2000, he enrolled in the Master of Fine Arts, MFA, program at the Actors Studio. Shortly after, he made his film debut with a role in the comedy Wet Hot American Summer, 2001. Followed by roles as Will Tippin in the television series Alias, 2001 to 2006, and a supporting part in the comedy film Wedding Crashers, 2005. Cooper's breakthrough came with the comedy The Hangover, 2009, which also spawned sequels in 2011 and 2013. His career progressed with starring roles in Limitless, 2011, and The Place Beyond the Pines, 2012. Cooper earned Academy Award nominations for his work in the romantic comedy Silver Linings Playbook, 2012, the crime film American Hustle, 2013, the war biopic American Sniper, 2014, the musical romance A Star Is Born, 2018, and the biographical drama Maestro, 2023. For A Star Is Born, which he also produced, wrote, and directed, he won a BAFTA Award and 2 Grammys for his contributions to the film's US Billboard 200 #1 soundtrack and its Billboard Hot 100 chart-topping single Shallow. He gained further recognition for voicing Rocket across 6 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, beginning with Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014. He has since produced the thrillers Joker, 2019, and Nightmare Alley, 2021. On stage, Cooper portrayed Joseph Merrick in a Broadway revival of The Elephant Man. Cooper was named People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive in 2011. He supports several charities that help fight cancer. Cooper was briefly married to actress Jennifer Esposito and has a daughter from his relationship with model Irina Shayk. Early life. Cooper was born on January 5, 1975, in Abington Township, Pennsylvania near Philadelphia, and grew up in the nearby communities of Jenkintown and Rydell. 345 His mother, Gloria, née Campano, 6 worked at KYW-TV, which was then Philadelphia's NBC affiliate. 3. His father, Charles Cooper, worked as a stockbroker for Merrill Lynch. 6. Cooper's father was of Irish descent, while his mother is of Italian ancestry, from Abruzzo and Naples. 7. He was raised Catholic. 8. He has an older sister, Holly. 9. He had cholesteatoma in his ear soon after his birth and punctured his eardrum when he started diving at an early age. 8. Photo of the actor's studio. The actor's studio, where Cooper trained to be an actor. Describing himself as a child, Cooper has said, "I never lived the life of oh, you're so good looking. People thought I was a girl when I was little, because I looked like a girl, maybe because my mother would keep my hair really long." 10. He excelled at basketball and enjoyed cooking. "I used to have buddies come over after kindergarten and I'd cook them food. I prided myself in taking whatever was in the fridge and turning it into lasagna." 11. He initially wanted to attend Valley Forge Military Academy and moved to Japan to become a ninja. 12. At an early age, his father introduced him to films like The Elephant Man 9, which inspired him to be an actor. 13. Coming from a family of non-actors, Cooper says his parents initially wanted him to pursue a career in finance and were against acting, but they eventually changed their perceptions when they saw Cooper play the part of Joseph Merrick in an excerpt from the play The Elephant Man. 9:14. While attending Germantown Academy, he worked at the Philadelphia Daily News. 15. He says that in school, he was neither the smartest person nor the coolest kid and really didn't have anything going on. 16. After graduating from high school in 1993, Cooper attended Villanova University for 1 year before transferring to Georgetown University, where he majored in English and minored in French. 17-18. Cooper graduated in 1997 with a Bachelor of Arts with honors. 5-19. He was a member of the Georgetown Hoyas rowing team and acted with Nomadic Theater. 2021. While at Georgetown, Cooper became fluent in French and spent 6 months as an exchange student in Aix-en-Provence, France. 22. In his television debut, Sex and the City in 1999, he made a brief appearance opposite Sarah Jessica Parker. 23. Cooper later served as a presenter on the tourism series Globe Trekker, 2000, which took him to such places as Peru and Croatia, and had a recurring role in the short-lived series The Street. 8:24-25. Cooper had been interested in a career in diplomacy when he auditioned for the master class graduate degree at the Actors Studio and was selected by James Lipton. 26. In 2000, he received an MFA in acting from the Actors Studio Drama School at the New School in New York City. 27. There, he trained with the coach Elizabeth Kemp, of whom he says, "I was never able to relax in my life before her." She advised him on many of his films. 28. While studying in New York City, Cooper worked as a doorman at the Morgans Hotel 3 and briefly interacted with Robert De Niro and Sean Penn in question and answer master class sessions, which were later featured episodes of Inside the Actors Studio. 26. Career 2001 to 2008, early roles. Cooper missed his MFA graduation ceremony to film Wet Hot American Summer, 2001, an ensemble comedy that marked his cinematic debut. Taking place at a fictional summer camp in 1981, the film had him play Ben, a counselor, and the love interest of Michael Ian Black's character. 29. Although the film was critically and commercially unsuccessful, it has since developed a cult following. Cooper reprised the role in the film's prequel Wet Hot American Summer, First Day of Camp, 2015, an 8-episode Netflix series. 30. In the television series Alias, 2001 to 2006, Cooper achieved some success with the role of Will Tippin, a local reporter for a newspaper and the best friend of Jennifer Garner's character, Sydney Bristow. 23. Garner was one of the first people he met in Los Angeles and was, in Cooper's words, very maternal. "She wanted to take care of me, make sure I was okay all the time." 31. A writer for Complex Networks called his character arguably the heart of Season 1. 32. As his screen time began to decrease, Cooper grew frustrated. Although he would work only 3 days, he requested creator J.J. Abrams to write his character off the show. 33. Shortly after his conversation with Abrams, Cooper tore his Achilles tendon while playing basketball. During his recovery, he considered quitting acting permanently, though in 2004, he was cast in Wedding Crashers, 2005. 33. During this period, he acted in the 2002 psychological thriller Changing Lanes. The scenes in which he appeared were edited out of the final cut of the film but are featured on the film's DVD and Blu-ray releases. 34. 35 other roles included in Bending All the Rules, 2002, 36 the short-lived TV series Mismatch, 2003, 37 the television film I Want to Marry Ryan Banks, 2004, and the WB series Jack and Bobby, 2004 to 2005. 38. Cooper at an event for the Midnight Meat Train in 2007. Cooper's career prospects improved with a more prominent role in David Dobkin's comedy Wedding Crashers alongside Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, and Rachel McAdams. 5. In the film, he played Sack Lodge, the competitive, arrogant, and aggressive boyfriend of Claire McAdams, a role he described as kind of a sociopath. 39. Cooper believed the antagonistic character changed people's perception of him, as he had previously played the nice guy. 40. With a production budget of $40 million, the film grossed over $285 million worldwide. 41. In September 2005, Fox debuted the sitcom Kitchen Confidential, based on a memoir by chef Anthony Bourdain, with Cooper in the leading role. Despite positive reviews for the series, the show was cancelled after only 4 episodes due to low ratings. 42. 43. In March 2006, Cooper starred as Pip/Theo in 3 Days of Rain on Broadway with Julia Roberts and Paul Rudd. 44. This was followed by minor roles in the romantic comedy Failure to Launch, 2006, and the satirical comedy The Comebacks, 2007. 38. Cooper next appeared in the 5th season of Nip/Tuck, 2007, as Aidan Stone, a television star on the fictional show Hearts and Scalpels. In 2008, he played the lead in Older Than America 38 and appeared in a production of Teresa Rebeck's play The Understudy at the Williamstown Theatre Festival alongside Kristen Johnston. 45. Between his small roles of best friend to the main character in the 2008 comedies Yes Man and The Rocker 38, Cooper landed the lead role in the Ryohei Kitamura-directed horror film The Midnight Meat Train, 2008, based on Clive Barker's 1984 short story of the same name. Playing the dark character of a freelance photographer who tries to track down a serial killer was a departure from Cooper's previous comedic roles and an experience he found enjoyable. The film received positive reviews from critics, though it earned little at the box office. 46. 2009 to 2012, Breakthrough. Cooper at the premiere of The Hangover in 2009. In February 2009, Cooper hosted Saturday Night Live with musical guest TV on the radio, portraying actor Christian Bale in one sketch 47 and appeared in a supporting role in the film He's Just Not That Into You. 48. Cooper's breakthrough role came in Todd Phillips' comedy The Hangover, 2009. 9. He played Phil Winnick, one of 3 friends, Ed Helms and Zach Galifianakis, to wake up from a bachelor party in Las Vegas with no memory of the previous night. The Hangover was a commercial success and finished as among the highest-grossing R-rated films in the United States. 49. A.O. Scott of the New York Times wrote, Mr. Cooper offers the most interesting variation on an old standard, playing his aggressive, cocky frat boy with a snarl of rage that masks an anxiety as hard to account for as it is to miss. 50. For his performance, Cooper received an award at the 13th Hollywood Film Festival and his first nomination for the MTV Movie Awards, Best Comedic Performance. 51. 52. The Daily Telegraph opined that the film's success turned Cooper into a bona fide leading man. 9. Nevertheless, Cooper stated in a 2011 interview with Shave, "It's the same. I mean, look, more doors have been opened for sure, but it's not like I sit back with a cigar on Monday morning and go through the scripts that have been offered. 53. Also in 2009, Cooper was featured in the psychological horror Case 39, a delayed production that had been filmed in 2006. 54. He paired with Sandra Bullock in the comedy All About Steve, a film that was panned by critics, failed to attract a wide audience, and earned them a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Screen Combo. 55-56. Following a role in one of 11 segments of the anthology film New York, I Love You, 2009, 36. Cooper appeared in the ensemble romantic comedy Valentine's Day, 2010, directed by Gary Marshall and co-starring with Julia Roberts. The film was a commercial success, grossing over $215 million worldwide. 57. He then starred in the comedy Brothers Justice and as the fictional character Templeton Faceman Peck in the feature film version of The A-Team alongside Liam Neeson, Quentin Jackson, and Charlton Copley. To prepare for the role, he abstained from consuming sugar, salt, and flour, and underwent grueling workouts. 58. The film released to negative reviews and poor box office returns. 59-60. Tim Roby of the Daily Telegraph wrote, Cooper confirms his credentials as perhaps the most smugly narcissistic performer. 61. While Neve Pierce of Empire credited both Cooper and Copley for acing swagger and insanity respectively, who best both capture and yet reforge their iconic characters. 62. Cooper appeared as guest host of WWE Raw in June 2010. 63. Cooper at the 2011 San Diego Comic-Con. In 2011, Cooper starred in the techno-thriller Limitless, based on the 2001 novel The Dark Fields by Alan Glynn. In the Neil Burger-directed film, he played a struggling writer who is introduced to a nootropic drug that gives him the ability to fully utilize his brain and vastly improve his lifestyle. 64. The box office website Box Office Mojo was apprehensive of the film's financial prospects, but it emerged as a commercial success with a worldwide gross of $161 million. 65-66. A writer for Variety said of Cooper's performance that he makes further strides toward major stardom, spelling excellent early spring returns and Sacco vid play. 67. Greater commercial success followed with the comedy sequel The Hangover Part 2, 2011, which earned over $580 million worldwide. 68. Reviews for the film were generally negative. 69. But Mary Pauls of Time magazine complimented Cooper, writing that the actor gives a knowing performance, he's both the peacock and the parody of one. He's blessed with good looks and fantastic timing, the kind that makes every line funnier, even the small asides. 70. At the 38th People's Choice Awards, he was nominated for Favorite Comedic Movie Actor. 71. The year 2012 saw Cooper star in 4 films, The Words, Hit and Run, The Place Beyond the Pines, and Silver Linings Playbook. The mystery drama The Words failed commercially, as did the action comedy Hit and Run. 72-73. In Derek Cianfrance's critically acclaimed crime drama The Place Beyond the Pines. 74. Cooper played a rookie police officer, a role Cianfrance specifically wrote for him. The director drove 5 hours to Montreal to meet with Cooper to convince him to take on the role. Cianfrance described Cooper's character as someone paraded as a hero. But inside him corruption is going on, conflict is raging inside, guilt and shame are buried. 75. A reviewer for The Independent credited Cooper for excelling as an archetype, the principled man who is personally rather dislikable, adding, I never imagined this actor capable of such layered character work. 76. Despite positive reviews, the film had moderate box office returns. 77. Cooper starred with Robert De Niro and Jennifer Lawrence in David O. Russell's romantic comedy drama Silver Linings Playbook, an adaptation of Matthew Quick's serio-comic novel of the same name. He was cast as a divorced man with bipolar disorder, a former teacher who finds companionship in a young, depressed widow, Lawrence. Cooper was initially skeptical about playing the part, which he thought was out of his depth, but he later accepted the role, inspired by Russell's confidence in him. 9. The director was impressed with his performance in Wedding Crashers, citing his good bad guy energy and unpredictability as justification for casting 78. He also thought Cooper would be able to demonstrate emotion and vulnerability on screen. 79. To prepare, Cooper took dance training with choreographer Mandy Moore, who describes Cooper as having some real natural dancing ability. 80. The film was a box office success, earning $236.4 million on a production budget of $21 million. 81. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone wrote that Cooper seizes the juiciest role of his career and meets every comic and dramatic challenge. There's an ache in his funny, touching, and vital performance that resonates. 82. For his performance, he earned an MTV Movie Award for Best Performance. 83. And nominations for an Academy Award, Golden Globe Award, and Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Actor. 84. 2013 to 2017, established actor. In 2013, Cooper reprised his role as Phil Winnick in the third and final installment of the Hangover trilogy, The Hangover Part 3, which was poorly reviewed by critics. 85. The critic for The Independent argued that Cooper was reduced to mugging for the camera, offering reaction shots to nothing. 86. Nevertheless, like its preceding entries, the film was a commercial success, grossing $362 million worldwide, and remains one of Cooper's highest-grossing releases. 87. Later that year, he took on the supporting role of an unhinged FBI agent in David O. Russell's crime comedy drama American Hustle. Inspired by the FBI's Abscom sting operation, the film is set against the backdrop of political corruption in 1970s New Jersey. It also starred Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and Jennifer Lawrence. 88. American Hustle was a critical and commercial success with global revenues of $251.1 million. 89. Kim Newman of Empire wrote, Cooper is stuck with the least rewarding role, but keeps finding brilliant little bits of business to hold the attention, and praised Cooper's spot impersonations of his overly cautious, but smart, boss. 90. Cooper was nominated for an Academy Award, BAFTA Award, Critics' Choice Movie Award, and a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor, but did not win any. 91. Cooper at the French premiere of American Hustle in 2014. Cooper reunited with Lawrence in the Suzanne Bier-directed drama Serena, an adaptation of Ron Rash's period novel. The pair starred as a married couple who become involved in criminal activities after realizing that they cannot bear children. 92. The picture was filmed in 2012 but was released in 2014 to negative reviews and poor box office returns. 93-94. The Canberra Times Jake Wilson stated, Cooper once again proves his value as a leading man who approaches his roles like a character actor. 95. In 2014, Cooper provided the voice of Rocket Raccoon in the Marvel Studios film Guardians of the Galaxy. 96. He returned to Broadway for the 2014 run of The Elephant Man as the severely deformed Joseph Merrick. Michael Coveney of whatsonstage.com wrote of his performance, Cooper avoids every trap of disability acting by suffusing this outer appearance with soul and passion. It's a wonderful, and very moving, display. 97. He garnered a nomination for the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play. 98. Also in 2014, Cooper co-produced and starred as United States Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle in American Sniper, a biographical war drama directed by Clint Eastwood. 99. The film tells the story of Kyle, who became the deadliest marksman in U.S. military history, and is loosely based on the eponymous memoir. To appear to be as large as Kyle, Cooper underwent extensive training and followed a rigorous diet, gaining 40 pounds, 18 kilograms, of muscle. 100. Cooper's preparation also included lessons with a vocal coach and studying footage of Kyle. 101. To learn how to use a rifle, the actor trained with U.S. Navy SEAL veteran Kevin Lax, who served with Kyle. 102 The film 103 and Cooper's performance received generally positive reviews. The critic for Variety wrote, "An excellent performance from a bulked-up Bradley Cooper. This harrowing and intimate character study offers fairly blunt insights into the physical and psychological toll exacted on the front lines." 104. Similar sentiments were echoed by USA Today's Claudia Pook, who asserted, "It's clearly Cooper's show. Substantially bulked up and affecting a believable Texas drawl, Cooper embodies Kyle's confidence, intensity, and vulnerability." 105. American Sniper earned $547 million worldwide to become Cooper's highest-grossing live-action film and the third highest-grossing R-rated film of all time. 87. 106 Cooper won an MTV Movie Award for Best Male Performance and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor. The film was nominated for Best Picture. 107. 108 With these nominations, Cooper became the 10th actor in history to receive an Academy Award nomination for acting in 3 consecutive years. A. None of Cooper's films released in 2015, Aloha, Burnt, or Joy, fared well at the box office. 87. He starred in Cameron Crowe's Aloha with Emma Stone and Rachel McAdams. 110. The project was the subject of controversy after the Media Action Network for Asian Americans accused the filmmakers of whitewashing the cast. 111. Despite the backlash, he was nominated for Choice Movie Actor, Comedy at the 2015 Teen Choice Awards. 112. In John Wells' drama Burnt, Cooper played a chef who decides to regain his former glory after drug abuse takes a toll on his career. While the film was criticized for its overdone cliches, 113. John Frosch of The Hollywood Reporter said, "Cooper gives a fully engaged performance that almost makes us want to forgive the movie's laziness." Almost. 114. His supporting role in the biopic Joy reunited him with David O. Russell and Lawrence. 115. In 2016, he had a voice cameo in the thriller 10 Cloverfield Lane and played a supporting part in War Dogs, co-produced under his and Todd Phillips's production company joint effort. 116. 117. In 2017, Cooper again voiced Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 118. 2018, present, expansion to filmmaking. After reprising the role of Rocket Raccoon in Avengers, Infinity War, 2018, 119 Cooper directed his first film, A Star Is Born, a remake of the 1937 film of the same name. Cooper starred in the film as an established singer, Jackson Maine, whose romance with a woman named Ally, played by Lady Gaga, becomes strained after her career begins to overshadow his. 120. Having long aspired to direct a film, Cooper was keen on making a love story. People had warned him against directing a third remake, and he feared the film would end his directing career if it failed. 121. The film premiered at the 75th Venice International Film Festival in August 2018 and was released worldwide in October to critical acclaim. 122. 123. On Cooper's direction, Owen Gleiberman of Variety wrote that to say that Cooper does a good job would be to understate his accomplishment and that he gets right onto the high wire. 124. Brian Tallarico, writing for RoachRebert.com, said Cooper does some of the best work of his career and gives an excellent performance, praising his singing abilities and chemistry with Gaga. 125. The film earned over $436 million at the box office against a production budget of $36 million. 126. Cooper at the premiere of A Star Is Born in 2018. He starred, co-wrote, co-produced, directed, and contributed to its soundtrack. Cooper spent nearly 4 years working on the project, including spending 5 days a week taking voice, piano, and guitar lessons for 6 months in preparation for the role. 127. 128. He and Gaga co-wrote and produced most of the songs on the soundtrack for A Star Is Born, which she insisted they record live. Cooper undertook vocal training for 18 months to prepare, including with the help of vocal coach Roger Love. 129-130. The album contains elements of blues rock, country, and bubblegum pop. 131. Billboard says its lyrics are about wanting change, its struggle, love, romance, and bonding, describing the music as timeless, emotional, gritty, and earnest. They sound like songs written by artists who, quite frankly, are supremely messed up but hit to the core of the listener. 132. The album's release coincided with the film's, and it contains 34 tracks, including 19 original songs. It received generally positive reviews from critics. 133. Mark Kennedy of The Washington Post called it a 5-star marvel, and Ben Beaumont Thomas of The Guardian termed it an instant classics full of Gaga's emotional might. 131. 134. Commercially, the soundtrack reached number 1 in the US, Ireland, and the UK. 135. The record's lead single, Shallow, was released that September. 136. And reached number 1 in the US, Australia, Ireland, Switzerland, and the UK. 137. For the film, Cooper received a National Board of Review Award for Best Director and 2 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor in a Drama and Best Director. 138. 139. Cooper earned 2 Grammy nominations for Shallow, Record of the Year and Best Pop Duo/Group Performance, winning the latter. The soundtrack as a whole received 7 Grammy nominations across 2 different ceremonies. 140. At the 72nd British Academy Film Awards, A Star Is Born received 7 nominations, 5 of which were for Cooper: Best Film, Best Direction, Best Actor in a Leading Role, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Film Music, winning only the last of these. As a result, Cooper became the first person with 5 nominations in a single ceremony in BAFTA's history. 141. Cooper was also nominated for 3 Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Adapted Screenplay. 142. He later remarked he was embarrassed by his failure to gain a directing nomination at the ceremony. 143. Cooper next reunited with Clint Eastwood in The Mule, 2018, a crime film based on the life of World War II veteran Leo Sharp, in which Cooper played a DIA agent. 144. In 2019, Cooper co-produced Todd Phillips's psychological thriller Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. 145. It grossed over $1 billion worldwide, making it the highest-grossing R-rated film of all time, and earned him nominations for an Academy Award for Best Picture and a BAFTA Award for Best Film. 146. 147. 148. 2 years later, he dissolved his producing partnership with Phillips, and was not involved in the film's 2024 sequel. 149. Cooper returned as Rocket in Avengers: Endgame, 2019, which briefly became the highest-grossing of all time. 150. Both of Cooper's 2021 releases, the coming-of-age comedy drama Licorice Pizza and the psychological thriller Nightmare Alley, received critical acclaim. 151. But fared poorly at the box office. 152. In his 8-minute role as film producer John Peters in Paul Thomas Anderson's Licorice Pizza, John L. Riley of Variety found Cooper to be a scene stealer. Riley wrote, "He somehow manages to be both absurd and menacing. It's the rare scene that is almost too intense to watch, yet you also don't want it to end." 153. Nightmare Alley, an adaptation of William Lindsay Gresham's namesake novel, cast Cooper as an ambitious carnival worker, for which he took boxing lessons and performed his first full frontal nude scene, which he found challenging. Owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, the film took a long time to finish. 154. Reviewing his films in 2021, critic Charles Bramesco opined Cooper gave his most vulnerable and harrowing performance to date in Nightmare Alley. 155. Cooper garnered a 4th nomination for the Academy Award for Best Picture for producing the film. 156. Cooper in 2023. Cooper voiced Rocket in the 2022 Disney Plus series I Am Groot and special The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, and did so again in the 2023 film Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. 157, 158, 159. The last of these focused on Rocket's dramatic past. It led Jackson Weaver of CBC News to term Cooper one of the few genuinely talented live actor turned voice actors. 160. Cooper next directed, produced, and co-wrote Maestro, 2023, a biographical drama about the relationship between composer Leonard Bernstein and his wife Felicia Montealegre, in which he also portrayed Bernstein opposite Carey Mulligan's Montealegre. 161. He was hired by filmmaker Steven Spielberg to direct the project after a screening of A Star Is Born. 162. Controversy arose over Cooper's use of a prosthetic nose to play Bernstein, which some considered an example of Joe-face. 163. Cooper was defended by both Bernstein's children and the Anti-Defamation League. 164. 165. Reviewing the film for BBC Culture, Nicholas Barber wrote, Maestro confirms what was suggested by Cooper's directorial debut, A Star Is Born. He has sky-high ambitions, and he has the technical virtuosity and big-hearted sincerity to fulfill those ambitions with flair. 166. He earned 2 more BAFTA and Golden Globe nominations for his direction and performance, in addition to 3 more Academy Award nominations for his production, writing, and performance. 167, 168, 169. He also won another Grammy Award for the Maestro soundtrack. 170. As of February 2025, Cooper will direct and work as a camera operator on the comedy film Is This Thing On? For Searchlight Pictures. He wrote its script with Will Arnett and Mark Chappell. It will star Arnett and Laura Dern, with Cooper appearing in a small role. 171. Also in 2025, Cooper had a cameo appearance as Jor-El, Superman's father, in the DC Universe film Superman. 172. Cooper, opposite Margot Robbie, is set to star in a prequel to Ocean's 11, to be produced by Warner Brothers. 173. Personal life. Cooper speaking during a United Service Organizations tour in 2009. Cooper's early years in the entertainment industry were marred with difficulties. When his role in the 2nd season of Alias was demoted to a minuscule part, he considered quitting show business. 174. His substance addiction and doubts about his career triggered thoughts of suicide. 175. Cooper credits his friend and fellow actor Will Arnett with helping him address his substance abuse and seek therapy. 176. Cooper says he has abstained from alcohol and drugs 177 since 2004, remarking that it would have destroyed his life. 178. I was at a party and deliberately bashed my head on the concrete floor, like, hey, look how tough I am. And I came up, and blood dripped down. And then I did it again. I spent the night in the hospital with a sock of ice, waiting for them to stitch me up. I was so concerned what you thought of me, how I was coming across, how I would survive the day. I always felt like an outsider. I just lived in my head. I realized I wasn't going to live up to my potential, and that scared the hell out of me. I thought, wow, I'm actually gonna ruin my life, I'm really gonna ruin it. Cooper, The Hollywood Reporter, September 2012. 8. Cooper became engaged to actress Jennifer Esposito in October 2006, and they married that December. In May 2007, she filed for divorce, which was finalized in November. 179. Regarding their short marriage, he explained, it was just something that happened. The good thing is, we both realized it. Sometimes you just realize it. 180. Before his marriage to Esposito, he met Renee Zellweger while filming Case 39 in 2006. The media speculated about the nature of their relationship in 2009, when the film was released. They reportedly broke up in 2011. 182. He dated actress Zoe Saldana from December 2011 to January 2013. 183. In March 2013, he began dating English model and actress Suki Waterhouse. Their relationship ended 2 years later. 184. Cooper was in a relationship with Russian model Irina Shayk from April 2015 to June 2019. 185. 186. They have a daughter together, Lita Sane, born in March 2017. 187. 188. Cooper has been in a relationship with model Gigi Hadid since late 2023. 189. Cooper and his family share a close bond. 2 years after the death of his father from lung cancer in 2011, he relocated to Los Angeles with his mother. 190. He said that after his father's diagnosis, I was in a very lucky position because I was able to put everything on hold in all aspects of my life and completely focus on taking care of him. He has described the process of his father's treatment as just simply overwhelming, incredibly stressful, complex and all-consuming. 191. He has since supported organizations that help fight cancer. 191. In June 2014, he joined the board of directors for the charity Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, a non-profit organization and summer camp that serves children with chronic illnesses and disabilities. 192. In April 2016, he participated in the launch of the Parker Institute for Cancer Immunotherapy that works for cancer patients. 191. He served as an executive producer for Stand Up to Cancer's 5th biennial telecast, a primetime fundraising special that aired in September. 193. In 2009, Cooper took part in an Alzheimer's Association campaign that aimed to increase awareness about Alzheimer's disease. 194. He is also one of the members of the Alzheimer's Association Celebrity Champions, an initiative launched for a similar purpose. 195. In 2015, Cooper spoke at the National Geographic Society for the group Got Your Six to help ensure military veterans are better represented in popular culture. 196. Cooper is a member of the Democratic Party and attended the 2016 Democratic National Convention, when Hillary Clinton received the nomination for president, to hear then-President Barack Obama speak. 197. Following his role in American Sniper, he clarified his political affiliation for those who assumed he was a conservative and that he regards Barack Obama as an incredible president. 198. Cooper signed a letter calling for decisive action to stop climate change and biodiversity loss. 199. He expressed solidarity with the people of the Gaza Strip during the Gaza War. As part of a group called Artists for Ceasefire, he signed a letter urging President Joe Biden to call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. 200. Having grown up in Philadelphia, Cooper is a fan of the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles and has made various appearances on behalf of the team besides his Silver Linings Playbook role. He voiced a snowball trying to make amends with Santa Claus in an ESPN promo which referenced an infamous incident from the 1968 Philadelphia Eagles season, and has joined owner Jeffrey Lurie in his box at games, including the Eagles' first Super Bowl victory in 2018. 201. In 2025, Cooper opened a cheesesteak restaurant in New York City called Danny and Coops with Philadelphia restaurateur Danny DiGiampietro. 202. Media image and artistry. The Hollywood Reporter's Bill Phelps describes Cooper as the epitome of cool. 8. While his friends found him to be a sweet, exceptionally open man with the defensive, insecure person before his alcoholism, Brian Klugman, the Word's co-director and a childhood friend, says of him, "There's nobody who's better liked." 8. Todd Phillips, the director of the Hangover trilogy, believes that Cooper's on-screen persona strongly contradicts with his personality. He is very vulnerable, Insecure is not the right word. And there's a warmth to him you would never know. 8. Contrary to Phillips, Cooper believes that his personality relates to acting. I enjoy people, that makes this profession a lot easier, and I can sleep anywhere. That's a skill. 9. As part of a career analysis, Oliver Littleton of IndieWire observed that early in his career, Cooper was typecast as weaselly boyfriends or best friends in mainstream comedies, but later emerged as one of Hollywood's most accomplished actors after starring in several successful films. 203 Cooper is known for appearing in a range of films. 204 Phelps credited him for opting for the challenging and provocative, the small and interesting, risking the laid-back image that propelled him to fame. 8. The Daily Beast's Oliver Littleton similarly praised Cooper for stepping outside his comfort zone by accepting parts that might initially not seem like perfect matches. 205 Time magazine wrote of Cooper's craft, "It's hard to make people, especially your friends, forget who you are on screen. But Bradley's that good." 206. Cooper at the 2012 Toronto International Film Festival. Cooper cites actor Daniel Day-Lewis as his favorite. 207 Films that had influences include the French romantic drama Hiroshima Mon Amour, 1959, the coming-of-age feature The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner, 1962, the war films The Deer Hunter, 1978, and Apocalypse Now, 1979, The Elephant Man, 1980, and comedies featuring Richard Pryor. 14. Reviewing his performances in Licorice Pizza and Nightmare Alley, critic Charles Bramesco likened Cooper's screen persona to Joseph Merrick, a severely deformed man in the Victorian era, whom Cooper played in the 2014 Broadway play The Elephant Man. Bramesco wrote, "Merrick declined external help and instead conjured a certain animalistic quality from within himself to be measured against his core humanity. That negotiation between civility and our baser impulses, the ego versus the id, for the psychoanalytically inclined, forms the foundation of Cooper's classical leading man screen persona. One of our last true movie stars has spent the majority of his career reiterating the internal tension of the role he's clung to like Rosebud, coaxing out the troubled chaos from within put-together men." 155. Cooper's sex appeal has been picked up by several media outlets, including People magazine, which named him sexiest man alive in 2011. 208 He was initially uncomfortable with the accolade, but later found it funny. 9 In a June 2011 interview with Esquire, Cooper said, "Fall in love with my looks, fine, but stay with me for my talent." 209. Also that year, he was dubbed International Man of the Year by GQ and appeared in Ask Men's 49 Most Influential Men. 210-211 He ranked 10th on Empire's list of the 100 sexiest movie stars in 2013. 212. He was one of the highest paid actors in the world from 2013 to 2015 and in 2019, earning $28 million, $46 million, $41.5 million, and $57 million, respectively. 213 Forbes ranked him first on their Celebrity 100 Ones to Watch list in 2013. 214 In 2014, 2015, and 2019, he was featured on Celebrity 100, a list based on the income and popularity of celebrities, as selected annually by Forbes. 215 Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2015. 206 Cooper's films have earned a total of $13 billion worldwide. 216. Acting credits and awards. Main articles, list of Bradley Cooper performances and list of awards and nominations received by Bradley Cooper. Cooper has received 1 BAFTA, 217 1 Screen Actors Guild Award, and 3 Grammy Awards. He has been nominated for 12 Academy Awards, 6 Golden Globe Awards, and 1 Tony Award. According to the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes and box office website Box Office Mojo, Cooper's most critically and commercially successful films include Wedding Crashers, 2005, The Hangover, 2009, Limitless, 2011, Silver Linings Playbook, 2012, American Hustle, 2013, Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014, American Sniper, 2014, and A Star Is Born, 2018. 87 218 among his stage roles, he appeared in a Broadway revival of The Elephant Man, 2014 to 2015, for which he was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play. Sienna Rose Diana Miller, born December 28, 1981, is a British actress. She began her career as a model, appearing in the pages of Italian Vogue and for the 2003 Pirelli calendar. Her acting breakthrough came in the 2004 films Layer Cake and Alfie. She portrayed socialite Edie Sedgwick in Factory Girl, 2006, and author Caitlin McNamara in The Edge of Love, 2008, and was nominated for the BAFTA Rising Star Award in 2008. Her role as the Baroness in G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, 2009, was followed by a brief sabbatical from the screen amid increased tabloid scrutiny. Miller returned to prominence with her role as actress Tippi Hedren in the 2012 television film The Girl, for which she was nominated for the BAFTA Television Award for Best Actress and the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, miniseries or television film. She has since starred in several notable films, including Foxcatcher, 2014, American Sniper, 2014, The Lost City of Z, 2016, Live by Night, 2016, and American Woman, 2018, as well as the miniseries The Loudest Voice, 2019, and Anatomy of a Scandal, 2022. Early life. Miller's mother went into labor while watching a performance of The Nutcracker in New York, U.S., so Miller was nearly born in a theater. She moved to London with her family when she was 18 months old. Miller was a student at the Heathfield School in Ascot, Berkshire. Her father, Edwin Miller, was a banker and later became an American dealer in Chinese art. Her mother, Josephine, a British former model who was born in South Africa to British parents, was a personal assistant to David Bowie and one-time manager of the Lee Strasberg Theatre and Film Institute in New York. 2. Acting career. 2001 to 2003, early acting credits. Miller's screen debut came in the romantic comedy South Kensington, 2001, opposite Rupert Everett and Elle Macpherson. In 2002, she had supporting roles in High Speed and its follow-up The Ride, and guest starred in The American Embassy and Bedtime. She had a regular role as the combative yet caring flatmate of an NYPD detective in the television drama series Keen Eddie, 2003. It was Miller's first exposure to American audiences. Fox canceled it after only 7 episodes. 4. 2004 to 2008, breakthrough and tabloid notoriety. Miller at the 2007 Palm Springs International Film Festival. With roles in 2 commercial films and a higher public profile due to her relationship with actor Jude Law, 2004 was a turning point for Miller's career. The crime thriller Layer Cake, directed by Matthew Vaughn and starring Daniel Craig, featured her as the love interest of a London-based cocaine supplier. The New York Times called Miller a new-it girl who barely registers on screen despite wearing little more than lacy filaments that make her look like a gift meant to be unwrapped very quickly. 5. In Alfie, the remake of Bill Naughton's 1966 film, she played the girlfriend of a Cockney limo driver and sex addict, Jude Law. Of her it girl status, she said at the time, "I'm not very happy about it, to be honest. It makes me uncomfortable because I don't think it's as a result of having a film come out, but being scrutinized because of the relationship I'm in." 6. Miller portrayed a writer of illegal feminist books and the love interest of Giacomo Casanova, Heath Ledger, in the 2005 period dramedy Casanova. It made $37.6 million, and Entertainment Weekly, in a favorable review, wrote, "Ms. Miller has a modern, smart girl look about her. Her Francesca is neither too tough to melt nor too glittering from the Emma Thompson school of smarties." 7. Also in 2005 she made her West End debut in a revival of As You Like It at the Wyndham's Theatre, playing Celia, the lesser cousin to Rosalind, receiving generally lukewarm observation, yet one caustic review came from Paul Taylor of The Independent. He wrote, "She approaches an emotion with the finesse of someone beating a carpet, and that she brings to it all the ripe professional stage experience that can be mustered from appearing in 3 movies." 8. Miller took on the role of 1960s socialite and Andy Warhol's muse Edie Sedgwick in the 2006 biographical drama Factory Girl. Johnny Vaughn of Sun Online concluded, "It Sienna Miller's star that shines brightest in this heartbreaking cautionary tale," but Rotten Tomatoes critical consensus reads, "Despite a dedicated performance by Sienna Miller, Factory Girl delves only superficially into her character, and ultimately fails to tell a coherent story." 9. In 2007, Miller had a role as the love interest of a young man from a fictional British town in Matthew Vaughn's adaptation Stardust, and played a starlet in Steve Buscemi's Interview, a remake of Dutch filmmaker Theo van Gogh's 2003 movie of the same name. Budgeted at $65 million, Stardust grossed $137 million worldwide, while critics felt that Buscemi's and Miller's captivating performances in Interview made a seemingly simple premise gripping and entertaining. 10. In The Mysteries of Pittsburgh, 2008, a film adaptation of Michael Chabon's novel 11, Miller played a woman romantically involved with a rebellious bisexual man. It premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and received a limited release. 12. She created a minor stir in Pittsburgh when, in a 2006 interview with Rolling Stone, she called the city Schittsburg, saying, "Can you believe this is my life? Will you pity me when you're back in your funky New York apartment and I'm still in Pittsburgh? I need to get more glamorous films and stop with my indie year." 13. Miller was parroted in Pittsburgh media, including one article headlined "Semi-famous actress dumps on the Berg," and criticized for making what was seen as an unnecessarily disparaging remark, given the special treatment the film's cast and crew had received from the Visitors Bureau and other city offices. Miller apologized and said her remarks were taken out of context. 14. In the 2008 British biographical drama The Edge of Love, Miller appeared alongside Keira Knightley as Caitlin McNamara, the wife of poet Dylan Thomas. Despite a mixed critical reception, The Hollywood Reporter critic Ray Bennett wrote that it was a wonderfully atmospheric tale of love and war, and that the film belongs to the women, with Knightley going from strength to strength, and showing she can sing. And Miller again proving that she has everything it takes to be a major movie star. 15. Miller earned a BIFA nomination for Best Supporting Actress for her performance. She also voiced a circus fox in the animated film A Fox's Tale, 2008, 16, and played an undead newlywed in the romantic comedy Camille. 17. 2009 to 2011, screen hiatus. Miller in 2009. Miller was cast as the Baroness in the live-action film adaptation of the G.I. Joe franchise G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, 2009, her first and to date, only mainstream Hollywood blockbuster. She auditioned because it did not involve having a breakdown or being addicted to heroin or dying at the end, something that was just maybe really great fun and that people went to see and actually just had a great time seeing. 18. She sprained her wrist after slipping on a rubber bullet while filming a fight scene with Rachel Nichols. G.I. Joe was not well received by most critics. 19, but made $302.5 million worldwide. 20. The Irish Independent observed that Miller's professional trajectory had reached its lowest ebb with G.I. Joe, an experience that convinced her she had well and truly lost her way. In an interview with UK's Esquire magazine, she said that roles dried up because people don't want to see films with people they don't approve of in them. 21-22. She opted to take a hiatus from films for the next 2 years and work in theater instead. 22. She later said, "I was sick of myself, to be honest, or sick of that perception of me. It all felt so fucking dirty." 23. In 2009, Miller played the title role in Patrick Marber's After Miss Julie on Broadway. 24. She told the New York Times, "This is what I have always wanted, to be on Broadway. I'm living my dream, and that's all you can ask for. At a certain point, you have to ignore all the rest." On her performance, The Guardian stated, "Miller masters it intermittently, an accomplishment, however incomplete." 25. She starred as a former starlet caught up in a love triangle in Trevor Nunn's 2011 production of Flare Path at London's Theatre Royal Haymarket. 26. 2012 to 2017, Resurgence. After her professional slump, Miller experienced what journalists called a career revival. 22. She played more complex, dramatic parts in a series of critically acclaimed films. 27. All the directors speak to each other, she said in an interview. And once you crack that upper echelon of incredible directors, you've got people rooting for you. People who people listen to. I've never had that before. 22. In The Girl, 2012, an HBO and BBC film, Miller portrayed actress Tippi Hedren, the muse of director Alfred Hitchcock. As part of her research, Miller, who was in the early stages of pregnancy, spoke to Hedren several times during filming, and they became friends. 28. Live birds were used for the recreation of the attic scene in Hitchcock's The Birds. Miller told the Radio Times, "I did go through a bird attack for 2 hours. It pales in comparison to what Hedren was subjected to, but it was pretty horrible. There were men off camera with boxes of birds, throwing seagulls and pigeons in my face." 29:30. The film received mixed reviews, but the Daily Mirror's Jane Simon wrote, "Gliding gracefully through it all, and with an impeccable American accent, Sienna Miller brings untouchable beauty and icy glamour, but also captures the extraordinary resilience Hedren must have had to withstand everything Hitchcock threw at her." Writing for The Telegraph, Clive James said a better choice to play Hedren could not have been made than Sienna Miller, who is even lovelier than Hedren was. 31. She garnered nominations for the BAFTA Television Award for Best Actress and the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Miniseries or Television Film. In 2012, she also played a socialite in the dramedy Two Jacks, the hysterical sister of an elementary teacher in the drama Yellow, and a housewife who aspires to compete in a belly dance competition in the made-for-television film Just Like a Woman. In 2014, Miller portrayed Nancy Schultz, the wife of murdered Olympic gold medal-winning wrestler Dave Schultz, in Bennett Miller's Foxcatcher, and Taya Renee Kyle, the wife of United States Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, in Clint Eastwood's American Sniper. Both films were highly acclaimed, and American Sniper emerged as the highest-grossing war film of all time. 32. In 2015, she took on the roles of a prostitute in the road drama Mississippi Grind, the former boss of a hard-working small business owner in the comedy Unfinished Business, a single mother in the dystopian film High Rise, and that of a sous chef in the drama Burnt, which reunited her with Bradley Cooper. For High Rise, she received a BIFA nomination for Best Supporting Actress. 33. Miller also took the role of Sally Bowles in the Broadway revival of Cabaret after Emma Stone's scheduled departure from the production, and performed for the last 6 weeks of the show's engagement, in February and March 2015. The New York Daily News praised her cocky and steely performance and wrote that her approach to the role works well in the Candor and Ebb songs Don't Tell Mama and Perfectly Marvelous. 34. She was selected to be on the jury for the main competition section of the 2015 Cannes Film Festival. 35-36. Miller at the 2017 Berlin International Film Festival. Miller appeared in Paramount Pictures and Plan B Entertainment's adaptation of The Lost City of Z, 2016, directed by James Gray, portraying Nina Fawcett, the wife of British geographer Percy Fawcett. The New York Times called her wonderful in her role 37, while Time described her as luminous and astute. 38 in Ben Affleck's period crime drama Live by Night, 2016, Miller played the mistress of a notorious gangster and the love interest of a World War I veteran. 39 40 41 42 in 2017, Miller starred in the drama The Private Life of a Modern Woman, which screened out of competition at the 74th Venice International Film Festival 43 and in a West End production of the Tennessee Williams classic Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, at the Apollo Theater. 44. Since 2018. In 2018, Miller appeared in the war film The Catcher Was a Spy as Estella, the girlfriend of Mo Berg, a catcher for the Boston Red Sox who joined the OSS during World War II, as well as the drama American Woman, in which she portrays a single mother faced with raising her grandson after her daughter goes missing under mysterious circumstances. American Woman, which gave Miller some of the best reviews of her career, was her first role as the main character not bolstered by any other actors, and marked the first time she was able to delve into a woman character's life in nuanced ways. 45 Miller remarked, "These opportunities have been few and far between, and that's intrinsic to being a woman in film. I think it's quite rare, not necessarily specific to me, but at 37 years old, I'm thrilled I've had this opportunity. I've done good supporting work in fantastic films and had to work very hard to show something in smaller moments. I loved being able to have the space and time to really do everything I want to with a character." 45. Miller starred as a narcotics detective in the 2019 action film 21 Bridges alongside Chadwick Boseman. The Guardian wrote that she was vocally channeling Edie Falco from The Sopranos, 46, and with a worldwide gross of $50 million, the film was a moderate commercial success. She next took the role of Beth Ailes, the wife of television executive Roger Ailes, played by Russell Crowe, in the miniseries The Loudest Voice, 2019, which aired on Showtime. Miller struggled to find material on which to base her performance aside from the script and Gabriel Sherman's book The Loudest Voice in the Room. During an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she said, "There's very little footage of her that I had access to. But there were these 2 speeches which she gave, which were on YouTube, and another little interview, so I really kind of based my research around that, and relied on the script because there's just not a lot of information on her out there. But the interview and the speeches I found really revealing." 47. In February 2024, she joined the short film Marion as an executive producer. 48. Other endeavors. Modeling. Before her professional acting career, Miller worked as a photography model. She signed with Tandy Anderson of Select Model Management London, and modeled for Coca-Cola, Italian Vogue, and posed topless in the 2003 Pirelli calendar. 49. She went on to appear on the covers of Vogue's American, British, Australian and Portuguese editions, as well as other international fashion magazines such as Nylon 50 Marie Claire, and Porter Edit. 51. Miller signed a 2-year contract with Madrid-based denim label Pepe Jeans London. The first ad campaign appeared on magazines in March 2006 and was shot by photographer Mikael Jansson and stylist Carl Templer. 52. In February 2009, Hugo Boss Fragrances announced that she would be the new ambassador for their Boss Orange women's perfume. 53. In March 2016, she announced as the new face of Swedish fashion chain Lindex, starring in the 1970s-inspired Sienna Hart's Lindex spring campaign. 54. Miller appeared as a guest at a Rome retro-styled dinner party in Gucci's Cruise 2020 campaign, which was directed and photographed by American film director Harmony Korine. 55. Fashion design. In 2007, Miller, along with her sister Savannah, a fashion designer, launched a complete fashion label. Called 2812, It gets its name from Miller's birthdate and is financially backed by Pepe Jeans. 56. The sisters remained at the helm of the label until 2012, when they announced they were stepping down as co-creative directors. 57. Charity. Miller is the global ambassador for the International Medical Corps. She traveled with them to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in April 2009 and blogged about the experience. 58. She also visited Haiti with the group after the 2010 Haiti earthquake. 59. Miller also worked alongside